name. Born of Zeus as a serpent, in spite of Queen Hera, Xyrius came. Torn to shreds by the Titans, devoured in pieces from his heart of flame. The seed of Dionysus
Hello, one and all. Oh, I'm a little loud. All right, I'm going to turn the gain down a bit there. I'm not peeking into the red anymore. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the WinglessValkyrie live stream. Hope you're doing well. Thank you all for coming down. We are back with day 7, or at least my day 7, of the Raise the Colors charity live streams for the Canadian Red Cross, building and painting our entire back catalog of armies, hosted by myself and my buddy Jackson, who is or will be live on his own channel relatively soon. Let me just refresh his page. He's not live yet, but he'll be live alongside me relatively soon. He is working on a reanimator for his Necron army, and today, for me, we are going to be building 2 Greater Possessed. I believe they used to be called Greater Possessed. I think they're all just called Possessed now. I can't remember, but I have those 2 models I got to build. I will not be live for too long, a couple hours at most, because I have to go do flying lessons pretty early on in the afternoon. So I'm only building 2 models today. I've never built these models before, so it should take me a little bit of time. I won't be able to breeze through them like I have with those rhinos or anything. But nonetheless, that's on the plate for today. If you are going to stick around, awesome. If not, totally chill. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I appreciate it. And let's get ahead on with our Possessed, or Greater Possessed. Honestly, don't. You know what? I'm going to look up their data sheet right now. Are they still called Greater Possessed, or are they all just lumped in as Possessed now? I honestly don't know. I vaguely remember something about how all Possessed are just like one stat block now. There's no Greater Possessed or regular Possessed. They're all just Possessed. So let me look through my stats here. Let me see here. What we got here? Possessed. And that seems to be it. I didn't see any Greater Possessed, just Possessed. I'll keep scrolling through just to see if Greater Possessed comes up, but I don't think so. Probably not. It's probably just Possessed now. It is indeed just Possessed. There is no longer a thing called Greater Possessed. They are all just Possessed. Got it. Poggers. That means my old Possessed models that are on 25mm bases need to upgrade to the new 40mm bases. Fun. Okay. That is something I will have to do later during these exact streams. Ugh. Scrolling through the last pages of this just to make absolutely certain. Yep, nope, they're all just Possessed. Okay, cool. Got it. Poggers. What in the F is the thumbnail, dude? Also, what that tongue do? Man, see, this is perfect. See, for I'm Bored FA was like, these man's thumbnails, holy. Guys, that's exactly the point. It's working. The worst thing you can do is be boring online. Something either has to be so good, that's incredible, or so goddamn awful. It's a valley. It's a big U curve like this. On one side, it's so bland and so awful and distastable that it's great. And on the other side, it's so incredibly well done, meticulously well made, and it's perfect. And then you have the mediocre valley in here where it's just like, it's a thumbnail. It's whatever. You have to be on either side. I'm not extremely good at making thumbnails, like popping out visually incredible, but what I am good at is making them really fucked up and wild that you have to do a double take when you look at it and you're like, what did I just look at? That's the other side of the valley. And it works, because both of you commented on the thumbnail. So, works. All right. So, we're going to be building some Possessed, just 2 of them, because that's all I got in the Start Collecting box, which isn't even available anymore. And then we're going to mosey on from there. I will not be live for too long. It's 10 right now, 10, 11, 12. I can only be live at like 2 hours at most. Because I got to go do some flying lessons. So, we are going to rip through these as best as we can. And then go from there. All right. Oh. It's only when I'm streaming I get phone calls, but it's my CFI, my flight instructor, so this might be bad news. Be right back. Okay. I gotta go to work. Okay, well, enjoy work. It's not your mom. It wasn't my mom that time. It wasn't my mom or my dad that time. That time it was my CFI. He was just making sure I bring certain paperwork for today and tomorrow so I can get my SPP. All right. Anywho. Let's go ahead and get started. So out of these things that you guys can see here, we are going to be building these two dudes here. I don't know how well this camera's got autofocus turned off, but we're building this dude here and this dude here. These two possessed. They used to be called greater possessed, but now they've all just been lumped in as just possessed. So let's see what we can get. I'm hoping it's all on this one sprue because I don't have any other sprues for it. We'll find out. But I feel like we're probably going to be able to rip through this pretty much because you can see this possessed body already here. Both shoulders, the arm, and a leg. So he probably just has the front, his backpack, and his head. And his head might even be attached to his front. If I can find it on here. Yep. So there's his head attached to his front already. So we should be able to rip through these pretty easily. Two dudes. I thought you said you gotta go to work, nerd. Go to work. Go deal with magic cards. Alright. I need a booklet for... Those are all just legionnaires. There we go. There's one possessed. Oh, it's both possessed. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces for the other guy. We'll be able to rip through this in no time. No time at all. No time at all. Okay. So 59 and 60. I was just looking at it earlier. It is. And 63, 51, 2, and 3. And 62. For a claw and a foot. Oh, there's 61. Oh, Jackson's live now, so you can check out his stream. It's linked down below in my channel description, or live stream description. Alright, so I just need 62. Which is like a clawed hand of sorts. There it is. Oh, that is an awful place to put that. Ah! Fuck.
Gotti.
That actually briefly, for a brief moment, did scare me. Fuck you. I'm out here shilling your stream. Saw you. I was like, oh hey, Jackson's live. You can check out his channel now in my description down below if you really want him. He's a pretty cool dude. Fucking not 30 seconds later. Bah! Fuck off. I take back what I said, chat. Stay on my stream.
Fair. Entirely fair.
Leave him to his no viewers, no bitches, no maidens, no grace, no grass, no hose.
This Kong is a fucking disgrace.
So I'm probably gonna be able to rip through these possessed, well, greater possessed, now no longer greater, just possessed Lamau, pretty quickly, since they're from the start collecting box, so they have pretty large pieces.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was just like, is he sure that's all he's gonna do?
But yes, for safety, yes.
What?
I
Bullshit.
don't want to be late for flying lessons.
What are those?
The lessons where you fly.
When?
When?
Not what? I'm pretty sure I can figure out what flying lessons are. Gee. What do you take me for? Some kind of troglodyte?
No comment. Well, it starts at 1, so I gotta leave by 12:30, so in 2 hours.
Oh.
Well, fucking see.
I don't know. Have you started building them?
I've cut out one possessed from its sprues. I'm also rather upset.
Oh.
So, greater possessed, of course, no longer exist. They're just possessed now.
Mm-hmm.
And they are possessed are on 40mm bases.
Yep.
The OG squad of possessed, the OG ones that I have,
Are on like Marines.
they're on 25mm bases.
Oh god.
They're on cultist bases.
But why?
Because they're the OG possessed that I got back in like 4th, 5th edition, which are just the OG Space Marines, but with some spikes coming out of their helmets, and one of them's got wings. So,
You
I
have
have
to go get more bases.
well, yeah, but so that's fine because I'll just do what I did for a lot of my old Marines. I'm just gluing their old bases on top of new bases, and then just slathering it in textile, so it's like they're on a little mini hill. But the problem is
their own tactical rock.
yeah. But also the funny thing is, while that does help their size a little bit, the model itself is still half the size of these new possessed models.
Modeling for advantage.
So it's just kind of like, ugh. I know which
Cringe.
models are going to be the first removed in combat.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Do you have any of the new ones?
Yeah, I got the 2 quote-unquote greater possessed from the start collecting box.
Well, that's it. You didn't go get any more.
No. So I have my OG squad of 5 that are still on 25mm bases that I have never, ever... I think I fielded them once against you.
Yeah.
If ever. But yeah, in terms of like new possessed models, I've had these 2 greater possessed in this start collecting box forever, but I've never built them or painted them. I think I've used greater possessed / possessed in tabletop sim games.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
At
but
least once.
But I've never used them IRL.
Because you never had it built.
Well, yeah, because I never had them built, and the only ones I had were the OG ones, which were on the wrong base size.
And you just weren't... I feel like you weren't like encouraged to use them either.
Not really. Like the only...
Because Night Lords don't do demon shit.
Well, that too. But also, possessed rules were always kind of like... They were really, really good in melee. And that was really about it. Like, they had no range, they had no psychic, they had nothing like that. But even
no bitches.
Yeah, no bitches, no maidens, no grace. But on top of that, I just remember their melee not being, like, super
Stand
great.
out.
Yeah, it was like, why would I take Possessed, which are melee-focused, only melee, when I could take Berserkers?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yep. No, I get you.
And then even before, it was like you had Greater Possessed, and then you had Regular Possessed. And Greater Possessed could be run with a Master of Possession, so they got some buffs from the Master of Possession, which made them kind of dope. And that's why I ran Greater Possessed in the tabletop sim game. And I think also Greater Possessed used to give like a buffing aura to Regular Possessed as well, which made them, okay, somewhat takeable if you took Greater Possessed and Possessed.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but now they're all just lumped as Possessed. So I don't even know. You know what? I just had the stat up before because I was like, I don't even think Greater Possessed, quote unquote, even exist anymore.
No, I think they're just possessed.
Yeah, I went looking through the PDF just at the start of the stream, and I was like, nope, it's just possessed. So these are not Greater Possessed anymore. They're just possessed. So both these models that I'm building now and my old ass models are no longer available because now Games Workshop sells a 10-man squad of Possessed with 10 brand new models. So
is it 10? I thought it's 5.
Nope. It's I believe it's a 10-man squad. Here, I'll look at the data card because the data cards exactly equal the box. So
they should.
Yeah. Scroll up a little bit here.
Where's your hunter killer?
It's built. I built it yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a hunter killer missile, but it has one because the data card says it has one.
I know, right?
Yep. Possessed are a squad of 4 to 9 possessed and 1 possessed champion.
Only 4 to 9? Weird.
4 to 9 possessed and 1 possessed champion.
What the fuck is that thumbnail?
That is the 4th person.
Yeah. Yeah, you are the 4th person, love.
That means it's working.
I'm sorry, I just opened YouTube.
That means it's working.
That means it's working, according to Tor.
I hate it.
I explained this at the start of stream. I'll briefly explain it right now. When making content, including thumbnails, there are 3 things you can be. You can be so horribly bad that it's eye-catching, incredibly so good and wonderful that it's eye-catching, or mediocre valley, where it's just, it's just another thumbnail. It's not so bad that it draws your attention, but it's not so good that it draws your attention. I'm a garbage artist. I'm garbage at Photoshop, but I can make shit look horrid. So I lean into that side of the valley, because at least it's eye-catching and it stands out. And it worked, because you made a comment, Ashy made a comment, the first person in chat said, "These man's thumbnails, holy." And then the 4th person in chat said, "What the fuck is this thumbnail, dude? What that tongue do?"
True.
So yeah, the thumbnail might be horrid, but that's the point, because it catches your eye and it makes you linger on it. So it's doing its job.
The problem is you have to look at it. You have to live with the fact that you made it.
I am A-okay with that. I would rather have my thumbnails be either A, horrendous garbage that you can't look away from, or B, incredible works of art. The worst thing they can do is be mediocre. The worst thing you can do on online content is be mediocre and boring. And I can't be amazing, so I throw myself whole hog onto the other side.
I mean, you're chaos after all.
Also true. Nerd says, that's why Vaporeon is in my thumbnails. Nerd, you said you had to go to work 20 minutes ago. Go to work.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm beginning to see a pattern I'm not sure I like.
Stop.
65 and 64 is what I need here.
No.
Where the fuck? 65, 64.
Oh, is this the I can't find the number again? Please help.
It may be that way. It very well
The
could.
numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
It very well could end up that way. Oh, don't tell me it's on another sprue that I don't have.
You would throw up the sprue, wouldn't you?
No, it says it's on sprue C. This is sprue C. It's got to be on here. I'm just fucking blind.
Oh, we know that already.
65, 64. Where the fuck? These are big torsos too, with legs still attached to them. They can't be that hard to find.
Get good? Question mark.
What the fuck?
Are you having like an
Whoa!
existential crisis?
And I
There
thought
we
I
go.
struggled with English.
You do.
Okay, speak for yourself, boss.
I can't.
Clearly. Do they mean
As showcased, I cannot early this morning.
what the fuck?
Never mind the fact that it's almost 11.
Lamau.
Hush, everyone.
I had to take a shower to wash off the pro gamer musk. Alright, nerd. Do you shower with your Vaporeon? Let her water run down you?
Can we stop this? I'm uncomfortable. Please don't loot the water dog.
Is it a water dog or a water cat?
Ashy,
Wow.
is Vaporeon a water dog or a water cat?
I think they're considered cats.
Don't loot the water cat.
There we go. Answering the tough questions here. What the fuck? This can't be. I've been staring at this sprue for
Okay.
12 fucking years.
I have a clear answer.
Alright.
The evolutions are usually accepted to be based off either a fox for Eevee, Jolteon, and Umbreon, or a cat for Espeon, Glaceon, Flareon, and Vaporeon.
Makes sense.
So none of them are dogs.
None of them are dogs. I have been learned today.
I mean, a fox is a canine.
Haha!
Okay. Fine. I refuse to believe
Thank you,
this is
darling.
on this sprue.
You're welcome.
What the fuck? Oh, 65. 60. Uh-oh.
You good?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, you used the wrong one.
No, 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 no. I found 65, but it's missing.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's already been clipped out, but it wasn't me.
Oh.
Okay, now let's find... Oh, yeah, and this is 64, and that's also been clipped out. Huh!
Is that a box that you got from
Yeah,
one dude?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go check my boxes of random minis and see if this possessed has already been built, or if his parts are just lying in there. I'll be right back.
Have fun. Don't fall in. Hey, Daydream. How you doing today? Ashy's here today.
Hello!
She missed you.
Oh, I was working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being the breadwinner.
Yup.
All right, Chad, I've got some news.
Uh-huh.
So I went sifting through that box of just random minis I have. I found him. He's already built.
Hmm.
He's already fully built and glued to a base.
Wrong size base?
What's that?
Is it the wrong size base?
No, it's the right size base. He's already fully built and everything.
Huh.
But, so, that's question number one solved. That's why his parts are missing from the sprue, because the dude who had this before me already built him. But he didn't build the other one. But the plot thickens, because I also found a fully built and glued to the base, one of the ones I'm about to build. Clearly from a different Start Collecting set, because it only comes with these two. But both of them were in that box. So either somewhere in that box still is another one of these fully built ones, or something else. Also, I just wanted to showcase something fun. Here's the old Possessed model. These are the old guys that I got way back in the day on their tiny little 25mm bases. There's the base size now.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference.
But also kind of funnily, in model size, they're not too terribly off. They're about the same in
that's good.
model size. So, funny enough, when I glue this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old model and I'm just going to glue them onto these 40mm bases like this, so they have the right base size and they'll have a little step up. But that'll make it slightly taller. So,
It'll do.
it'll do. So anyways, I'll be right back again, because I'm going to go see if there is a second one of these in that box. Because then it mathematically makes sense that I would have 4 and not 3, because each box comes with 2. So we're going to go do a little bit more searching and see what we find. Also, hello, Vedant. Welcome back. And hello, Evie. Hope you're all doing well. All right, be right back.
Pardon?
Hello, Evie.
You-
Daydream's name on YouTube is Evie.
I'm aware, but also, bro.
What? That's just how I say Evie. Anyways, be right back.
God damn it. Sorry, Daydream. Your dad's on vacation in Alaska and he keeps sending you pics. I want to go. Oof. I imagine it's like incredibly beautiful up there right now.
Mystery solved.
There is another one.
There was another one. So I have 3 fully built, quote-unquote, greater possessed, which is just the newer possessed, but not the newest possessed. God, this is confusing. I have 3 of the start collecting box possessed built. And this one is the only one that is, and this is the only one that is not built. So I'm not building 2 possessed because the one was already built. I'm only building 1. Saves me time.
So now you have to paint. Now you have to build something else.
We'll see. Maybe I'll just take my incredible time with building this guy.
Uh-huh.
He's even monoposed, so I can't even take time deciding on how to build him.
Yes. Should I have him the way he's meant to, or do I take a different route?
Or do I just start snipping shit? Bro's got that orcish accent. You fucking what?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you something, bruv.
Bro, you're just British now, bro.
That's all orcs are. They're just cockney.
Nah. They're crockney, and they also say "ya git."
Okay, sure. So
I can't do orc accents. So
they're cockney and Irish, because git is Irish.
I'm actually gonna go grab my Dawnstone.
Your Dongstone? Pog?
Yeah, my Dongstone.
Let's go!
I said I'm gonna go grab my Dongstone. And then he heard his Dongstone.
Why'd you have to say that as soon as I put food in my mouth?
Cause he's an idiot.
Okay.
Haha.
How fucking
Oh
dare you.
god, what kind of Pokemon does a Dongstone evolve? Oh, I don't want to see this evolution.
As a British person, I can confirm we are orcs. Pog. Let's go. I used to be British, because I'm Canadian. And then we decided we wanted our own independence. Or something like that, I don't know.
I wasn't here for that. Please repeat.
Vedant said, as a British person, I can confirm we are orcs. And I said, well, I'm pseudo-British, because I'm Canadian. But then we decided we wanted our independence.
Uh-huh.
Or something like that, I don't know.
I'd say we've come a long way since,
That's what
Sin-
she said.
Yeah?
I didn't hear what Ashley said. She had too much food in her mouth.
That's for the best.
Okay. Did she say, like, that's what she said or something?
Perhaps.
That's what she said to what, though?
I don't even remember.
Cool. Poggers. Moving on. I'm not sure. Me either, Vedant. Probably for the best. Title of the stream. Probably for the best.
Well, probably for the best.
Probably for the best.
I'm very much procrastinating. Not doing the rest of the silver.
I'm very much procrastinating painting in general by building everything first. But eventually I will run out of things to build. And then I'll just wait for our donations to get to 100, so I'm forced to build something.
I mean, you'd be forced to, print it.
Yes. But then I'll convince chat to print something that requires me to build it, so it prints in parts.
That's a brilliant plan, except for the fact that you have to paint it.
Fuck off. I'll get.
You will eventually have to paint it.
I'll buy a new resin bottle that comes in like neon green, and then I'll just get them to print a Necron, and then, hey, it's already painted. Get fubbernucked. Canada will have colonies on Pluto by the time you finish. You know what? Good for them. Also, I don't have that much left to build. Left to build, I was going to do Havocs today, but funny enough, the Havocs also came from that dude on Facebook.
And they're also built?
No, they're all on sprues, but I have no bases for them.
Oh.
So, I can build them, but I can't base them. They're not based. Unbased, Lamau.
Shut up.
So, I have to buy bases for the Havocs.
Which are 40?
Yeah, they're 40 millimeter bases, so I think Quantum either has them or can get them, so that's not that big of a deal. You're gonna paint them, right? Yes, that's the thing. Until all models are built and painted. But right now, I'm building all of my models, and then I'm gonna go through all of them after they're all built, and then paint all of them. Instead of build, paint, build, paint, build, paint, I'm just gonna build all and then paint all.
I'm doing the opposite, where I'm painting what I have, and then I'm going to be going to building in between, and then paint, then build, paint, then build.
Yeah. And
that way I don't get bored.
See, and I'd rather just build all of it and then just go ham into painting instead.
Which is fair. We'll see which one of us goes insane first.
Yeah. Well, so I was thinking about it. I think I know you have more models than me, just in sheer number that has to go through, but I don't know how many more. Because in terms of what I need to build left, I have to build the full box of Indomitus and the full Striker Force box. So that's 30 models in the Striker Force, and then like roughly 20 models in the Indomitus box. So about 50 models still that I need to build. And then I have the squad of 5 Havocs, so 55 models, and 1 Master Possessed, and then a squad of Legionnaires from that Start Collecting box as well. So I have roughly between 60 to 70 models still to be built, and then I'm done. And then everything I own is built. And then I have to paint all of it. Including all the stuff that was built well before this stream that is not painted. So, yeah, painting is going to take forever. But how many models do you think you have unbuilt? Because I know you got the Christmas Battle Force box for Tau.
Yeah, so I've got that. There's the Ghost Keel, a thing of Pathfinders, 1 box of Kroot.
Oh, you bought Kroot?
Yeah, I bought them like when I was still in Banff.
Oh, damn, okay. I didn't think you'd ever play with Kroot.
I didn't either. But I was like, I want Kroot, and so I got Kroot.
Fair enough.
I think that's a box of Wraiths. I think I built the barge already. I guess that's just the box. There's a Triarch Stalker. I still have like half the king to build. I got the Storm Surge. The Riptide still needs to be put together proper. That shouldn't take very long. I have a Hammerhead. Another thing of Ophidian Destroyers. The Battle Force box. I also have a Ghost Arc / Doomsday Arc. And I think I have partial boxes, 2 partial boxes of the, no, 1 box of the Start Collecting for Tau, the older one.
Yep. So how many models do you think you got to still be built?
Oh, and then I have a couple characters that need to be built as well, but so probably like 75.
Okay, so roughly the same number.
I'm not too sure though. That could change.
Here's a very important question for you, Jackson, that I've kind of thought about, because I know you are way more meticulous in painting with me, than me, so you will probably take a longer time in painting in general.
Oh.
So I have a serious question for you, and I want you to really think about this.
Yeah.
Do you think you will end up giving up?
Probably.
And just saying, like, I can't do this painting daily, I have way too much and it's going to become overwhelming?
At some point, yeah.
Do you think so, or you know so?
I assume so.
Okay.
Like, I know myself enough to know that this is not sustainable. Like, I know that eventually I'll get to the point where it's like, I don't want to touch the brush, I don't want to touch anything. It does help that I'm streaming it, though. Like, I do think streaming it is helpful for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But I know for a fact that I will need a break from it.
Okay, well, a break is fine. Breaks we can do.
But you think I'd like give up full stop?
Yeah, I was mainly asked, like, what do you think you're going to reach a point where you're like, I'm done. I cannot be bothered anymore. Fuck this challenge. I'm over it.
Maybe. That is definitely a possibility. But I know that, like, if I have the time, if I was working, absolutely not. There'd be no way that I'd be able to do this. But,
yeah, I'd be in the same. If I was also working, not a chance.
So this is a good distraction for that kind of stuff right now. Like, it's something that I need, and I need to plan around, I need to do, and it kind of structures the life a little bit. So I think that's a good thing. But like you said, not sustainable.
Yeah.
In the long run. Eventually, I will burn out, and hopefully that is maybe like halfway through my armies.
Cool. Well, sad to think, but I figured it was probably a good question to ask.
Well, yeah, no,
So,
makes
all
sense.
right. Well, we'll see how
What
things
about you?
go. Well, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm finishing all of it because I was the leading force behind this challenge and everything. So if I back out, what does that say about me? So fuck it. And also, I've said many a times, I don't care how super detailed they are. Maybe for my characters and some of the bigger models, maybe. But overall, if it looks good from an arm distance away, done. I don't give a shit. I build and paint these to play them, not to look at them on a shelf and be proud of my paint job. I build them so I can paint them so I can play them. And if they look fine from an arm's distance away, done. Move on. Null oil hides everything. So because of that, yeah, I'm confident I will have everything built and all of my stuff painted before you do. But
Oh yeah,
I'm fine with that because if one of us has to drop out, I don't mean to be mean with it, but I'd rather it be you than me. Because I think it looks really bad if I'm the one that drops out when I have less to do than you, and I'm usually faster than you, and then I'm the one that drops out. I think that it looks worse on my behalf than it does on your behalf.
You're approaching me.
That's what I'm saying. So, most expensive model? Oh, you buy fucking far. I'll go grab my most expensive model, Vedant. My most expensive model is by far the last one we're doing. It will be the last thing I paint, and we will be ending this charity streams with a bang, painting that model. I'll be right back.
Look at that man.
Yeah.
Is that his face? Or is
Yeah.
that his butt?
That's his face.
Oh.
Look at him. He's got one big eye. He's just a little guy.
I think he's a little more than just a little guy.
I mean, comparatively, he's just a little guy.
You know what? That's so fair.
Have you? Fro's gonna come back and be like, I heard you talking about little guys.
I did hear you talking about little guys. So, chat, this is by far my biggest and most expensive model. It is an ancient red dragon for Dungeons and Dragons.
He came in like 4 pieces.
1, 2,
5.
3. Yeah, 5 pieces. So, this is by far my biggest and most expensive model. I paid like over $200 Canadian for this guy. The fully painted model was over $300, but I was like, I can paint him. It's fine. So,
And future Tor is hating, or current Tor is hating past Tor right now.
yeah, well, that's fine. So, so this will be the last stream. The last stream of this charity event will be painting this dude, this massive ancient red dragon. So now I'm gonna go put him back. But yeah, so this is by far my biggest and most expensive model, and it's not even for Warhammer. It's for Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm not sure what would be more expensive than that from Warhammer, unless it was Forge World.
Yeah, something from Forge World, because most stuff you buy directly from Games Workshop caps out at like a Titan
150.
or a Titan for like 180, 200 maybe for the biggest Titan. But I don't have any Titans.
Bellicor is like 120 or something.
Yeah, something like 120, 140.
I'm looking it up.
And he's nowhere near the size of this dragon. So, Evie, he's clearly a white dragon. You shut the fuck up. He's white for now.
Okay, Bellicor's actually 190. Damn. That's something. That's nuts that he's a 190 Canadian. Well, then again, how much is the Storm Surge? Pretty sure Storm Surge was around that. Yeah, Storm Surge is 220. I cannot wait to build that guy. Oh, it's gonna be so good. But I still need to find that freaking
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you ever find the arm extensions for that?
No, but I should look them up.
Yeah, you
Again.
should find those. Well, chat, I'm done. Lamau, I built the one possessed.
God damn it.
There we go. He's done.
Yeah, all right, you have to pick something else to build now.
I guess. I still got some time. All right, let me look around, see what I got. Something rather quick I can build. I mean, I guess
Maybe you could start painting.
No. I mean, I have a bunch of legionaries on this sprue. I guess I could just go ahead and build. So, yeah, I'll build some legionaries.
Yeah, you might as well. You already have it out.
Yep. I just got to go get the bases for them. They are on 32mm bases. Okay. All right, be right back. The Manta, $2,415, 3,000 Canadian. Yeah, but
Yep.
we don't buy
That's
from
Forge
Forge
World.
World.
Resin is shit.
Yeah.
Especially from Forge World. I hate to say it, but it's true. They do not have their shit in a pile when it comes to Forge World.
All right, let's build some legionaries. Ugh.
Are they going to be melee boys or are they going to be shooty boys?
The start collecting box, they're all monopose, so you can't really pick.
You just have all the easy shit today, huh?
Yep.
A model's already built. Monopose.
Yep.
Look at this guy.
I mean, you have the easier shit. Your model's already built and partially painted.
Oh, look at that. You want to show street?
They're
Too bright.
it's too bright.
It's a pendant.
It is a pendant. Or just screamed it's a pendant.
I can't see now. It's
Yeah,
too bright.
your exposure is
there
way
you go.
too high. You can see what it is, but yeah.
Mew Mew style in your face. I almost said the Mew Mew punch you in your face, but that's not the actual quote.
Alright, C55.
It should
Yes, Daydream, it is the Mew Mew pendant from Tokyo Mew Mew or Mew Mew Power if you watch the 4Kids dub.
be.
Because Tokyo doesn't exist.
Tokyo doesn't exist. What is this? The Guilty Gear universe? Where Japan is literally a crater?
Damn. Sounds
No,
like...
it's just 4Kids was like, you know what? Let's take the name Tokyo Mew Mew and name it Mew Mew Power instead. Because let's ignore the fact they're from Japan. It takes place in Tokyo. And also, let's name the characters really stupid Americanized names like Zoe and Renee.
Or Ashley.
I'm not saying that. But as you can tell, she has very strong feelings
Clearly.
about that show. And what they did to it. So those guys are all shooty then?
No, half are melee, half are shooty. Like the
Okay,
dude I'm
really.
building right now is, looks... I think it's the exact same model that is like the Havoc champion, who just has a chain axe and a pistol. But you have to run them with Havocs that are like all made for long fucking range, which is dumb as shit, but whatever. But it looks exactly like the same model. And then after that, it's a dude holding a bolter. Then after that, it's a dude holding a bolter and a knife. Then after that, it's a dude with a chainsword
He's
and
got
a pistol.
a knife.
He does have a knife. And then chainsword pistol, chainsword pistol, chainsword pistol, chainsword pistol, bolter, bolter, Reaper autocannon.
I think we found the odd man out.
Yeah, and there's one heavy specialist, and he just gets a Reaper autocannon. No choice of heavy bolter or las cannon or anything like that. And it's like, no, he comes with an autocannon. That is it.
He's gonna have the autocannon and he's gonna like it.
Yeah, but then when you go to the fucking Space Marine rules now... Oh yeah, the most expensive one, Thunderhawk gunship. The 1997 Thunderhawk gunship, $34,000. Or you can 3D print it for $12. Legionnaires. So, the champion's bolt gun can be replaced with a plasma pistol, a cursed weapon, chainsword, or heavy melee weapon. So you'll never see him with a bolt gun ever again.
Also, yes, I
Yep.
heard you say I have a lot of strong feelings about Mew Mew Power's Americanization. I do.
Yep.
I
Aspiring-
really do.
The aspiring champion's bolt pistol can be replaced with a plasma pistol, a cursed weapon, a Astartes chainsword, heavy melee weapon. Wait a minute. Well,
Wait a second.
hold on a minute.
Hold up.
The
Wait a minute.
aspiring champions, both its bolt gun and bolt pistol can both be replaced with the exact same loadout.
So yeah, you can have it with a bolt gun and one of those.
No. You could have it with 2 heavy melee weapons or 2
Wow.
Astartes chainswords.
I'm pretty sure you have to choose which one to use anyways, so it doesn't matter. It's like whether or not you want to have the bolt gun or have something else.
That's not how it's worded. You go to the bolt gun. You want to replace it with one of these 4. Okay, I replace the bolt gun with a heavy melee weapon. You go to the bolt pistol. Can be replaced with one of these 4. I replace it with another heavy melee weapon.
The guy's triple wielding melee weapons.
The dude carries 2 heavy melee weapons.
That's a big boy.
It is a big boy.
That's an expensive boy.
Yep. Good thing I have one now and not needing to get one.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I did for the pink on my pendant?
What'd you do?
I mixed some of my like hot pink paint with my gold paint, so the pink is also metallic.
I like it.
So it's not just like metallic, not metallic.
That's really smart.
Thank you.
I would not have done that. I would have not have realized that's something I should or could do. I'm also an idiot.
You know this.
Yeah, Jackson, they even have an asterisk. They have an asterisk. Anything with a star is maximum 1 per model. You know what has stars next to it?
Heavy melee weapon?
No! The plasma pistol.
Oh.
That's it! So a model can only be equipped with 1 plasma pistol, but you can equip it with 2 heavy melee weapons or 2 Astartes chainswords.
I feel like Tor is losing his mind right now.
It just... What? Either that's it as intended, or GW needs to word things better.
It's probably both.
Because reading that means, oh, I can only have 1 plasma pistol, but 2 Astartes chainswords is fine. What? That can't be. Anyways, moving on. I'm not gonna... we're here to build, not freak out over rules.
So when's our first game of 10th, by the way?
Whenever you want it to be. I have so many models now, extra models I can play with. I can finally have like a tiny little game with Beast Snoggle boys, because I got a Beast boss and 10 Beast boys.
That's not enough.
No, but like I can at least fucking test them. We could just do like a squad on squad. But yeah, I'd love to play a game of 10th. The new app also came out today, completely for free. Has all the indexes on it and everything, and also has a free mission. So...
Yeah, I'll need to get that.
Yeah. Unfortunately...
And it also has the builder.
Yes, it replaces the old app. So the old app is still around. It just says old now, so you have to download the new app entirely. But the new app is entirely free. All the indexes on it are completely free. They did say, while the whole thing is free right now, certain things about it will be paid later on, which is my most aggravating thing. If a company is going to make something, I'd rather you make it and initially put it behind a paywall right off the gate. Do not make it free to use and then put what was free behind a paywall later. That shit is aggravating. So, that I'm not happy about. But I will likely get it for free anyways because I am a My Warhammer subscription. So, I'm assuming it'll just be like you need a My Warhammer subscription in order to access the paid stuff. So, it'll remain quote-unquote free for me already. I'm hoping. If they ask for a second subscription, I'm going to fucking lose my marbles.
They're gonna ask.
They better not. They better just be like, you need a paying My Warhammer account, and then I'm like, perfect. I already got that.
I'm kind of sad because friggin' Battlescribe isn't a thing anymore.
Yep, pretty much. Unless they ever update it, which I don't think they're going to. I'm pretty sure the people running that want to make their own app. Or it's going to be hard to make your own app when the new app is free. And everything on it is free. And all the indexes are free. Granted, we'll have to wait and see what goes behind the paywall later. It's probably just going to be the Battle Force builder. But...
if it is, that sucks.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. They didn't give a time frame. They just said, while the whole app
Eventually.
and everything about it is free, certain parts will become... paid later. So.
I'm not excited about that.
Nope. From a business standpoint, I get it. You give everybody it for free, and then they become reliant on it, and then when they need to pay for it, they will. And they will because, well, Netflix said, hey, no more password sharing. We're taking that away. It can only be 1 account per household, and if you want any other accounts per household, you have to pay for it. And the internet went into an uproar about it and said they were going to leave Netflix en masse, and they didn't need Netflix anymore because there was so many other streaming services, and everyone was spelling doom for Netflix the moment they do this because just people are not going to re-sign up for Netflix because it's There are better options out there, and why would they ever sign up for something that they were getting for free later? So everyone was like, this is the end of Netflix. And then it happened. And guess what happened?
Nothing.
Netflix had more signups in a day than ever in its history. The absolute outcry against Netflix didn't matter because when push came to shove, they still re-signed up for Netflix anyways. So every company in existence can watch that and look at that and see, oh, so when you charge for something that was free, the internet might make an uproar about it, but when it actually happens, they will fold and they'll buy it anyways. And every company in existence watched Netflix just do that and went, oh, perfect. What do we have to worry about? So it's just like Reddit as well. Everyone's like, we're not happy with the Reddit rules. We're going on strike for 48 hours and then we're going back to normal. It's like, okay. So Reddit CEO and everybody's just going to have to hold out for 48 hours and then shit goes back to normal. Good job, guys. And then
I didn't see how that did anything.
it didn't. It made Reddit unusable for a single day, and then everything went back to normal. And then the couple Reddits were like, well, fuck you. We're staying on private indefinitely to send word. And then Reddit admins came in. They were like, hey, open it back up or we will replace the mods with new ones. And every mod was like, oh, we can't lose our mod status? Our unpaid work that we do for free every day, we can't lose that. And they all opened up because losing their mod status of a subreddit was worse than staying private indefinitely and being threatened by being replaced. So, yeah. Basically, everyone in the world learned that internet outcry, when push comes to shove, means nothing.
Which sucks.
Yep. Sometimes internet outcry does mean something. Sometimes it works. Perfect example would be like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sometimes it works.
No, that's true. Yep.
And
But
certain...
the people need to be receptive to it in the first place.
Yes, but it also shows that even if you don't be receptive, it's now proven that you do not need to fold under pressure because the outcry will fold. Netflix did it. They didn't fold, and they had the most signups in a day ever in their history. So it worked out perfect for them. It actually made them a net positive, not folding. And then Reddit just went, yep, these are our changes. And everyone lost their fucking minds, and they went, we're not changing it. And then they just said, listen, we're making these changes. If you don't like them, we'll just replace you. And instead of being like, try and replace us, make Reddit worse by replacing us, they went, no, not my Reddit mod status that I don't get paid for. And they all folded like fucking rats. So long and short of it, cancel culture, yeah, it's a thing. Yes, it sometimes can work, but it very clearly shows if you just do nothing, if you just stick to your guns and move on and ignore it, the outcry will fold because people just have better things to do than constantly outcry. And if
Hey,
you
Thor.
what?
Does this also work for Coney? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Coney never got caught. The closest they ever got was they got one of Coney's generals who hadn't been a general for Coney for over a year. And by the time they even, like, everything was at its peak looking for Coney, they found out Coney wasn't even in the same country anymore. Apparently he had moved out of that country like 4 or 5 months ago. And then the dude that was running the whole Invisible Kids program went completely haywire. He was running around screaming naked in the streets, having absolute manic episodes. And yeah, Invisible Children still exist today. They're still a company, but they are nowhere near as popular anymore. So
I remember you were big into that, that's all.
I was very big into it, as was like almost everybody at that time, because we were very young and very impressionable.
Oh yeah.
But at this point, looking back on it, it was like, nothing.
All the subreddits I loved were relying on bots, so they're still closed. Yeah.
Sorry, we're so reliant on bots, so they're still closed. Yeah. But that's the other thing. That's the other thing that really makes me really mad. It's like everybody on Reddit was like, this API change is gonna make Reddit worse. So in protest, we're shutting down our Reddits and going private. And then after that, most of them opened up after the 48 hours, just because they wanted their Reddits open for people to find and everything. But then those who said we're not opening up and were threatened by being removed from their mod status, a lot of them, the reason they opened up, it said that we decided if we were removed and new mods came in here, it would ruin the subreddit, because we know this subreddit more than anybody else. We worked very hard to make the subreddit what it does with all the flares and all the bots and everything. So if a new mod people came in here, they'd have no idea what's going on, and it would make the subreddit worse. So we stayed it open for you guys. If you wanted to make a point to Reddit, you would let the new mods take over and watch it burn. That would speak volumes to Reddit. Because all your subreddits that everybody loves so much, as soon as new ownership comes in and takes over and doesn't understand the years of work you've been putting in, then you would be justified, because you would watch the subreddits burn from their API changes forcing you out, and then you'd be like, I fucking told you so. You'd get the biggest I told you so ever, and then they would beg for you to come back, or they just watch it burn, and then you could make new subreddits showing Reddit admins that, yes, you need us. But no, you folded like vultures. Or not vultures, like rats. Instead of sticking to your guns and watching what you love burn to prove a point. Anyways.
Not everybody has the stomach for that.
It just further proves the point that if you want to truly cancel something, if you want to truly prove a point, you have to really be willing to do so. You can't fold at the moment of resistance. Everyone folded when Netflix actually went through with their password change, and everyone signed up for it anyways and paid Netflix a fuckload of money. Everyone folded when Reddit said, we're gonna get rid of your mods and put in new ones. And they went, no, not my subreddit. And everyone panicked and went, okay, sure, API changes, it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyways. Everyone complains about change, but when push comes to shove, you're gonna adapt anyways, whether you like it or not, and it has been proven. All to come back full circle and say, well, yes, the new app and its battle strike making is free right now, and Battle Skies is probably going to go away because the people don't want to deal with that broken system anymore. And when everyone complains that it goes pay to use, but if there's nothing better, people will pay for it. They all complain, but they're still going to pay for it, and Games Workshop's going to laugh at them. Anyways, fun little models. Let's build them. I think that's all I need for that, dude.
I imagine you're not going to Commander then?
Unless my EI benefit comes in today, no. I talked to EI recently, because they were like, yeah, you'll get your benefit by Monday, and if you don't get it by Monday, give us a call. Monday came and went, so I called them yesterday, and I was like, hey, what's happening? And they basically like, yeah, we got your ROE and everything, but the date you told us and the date on the ROE didn't match. So, because I applied for my EI benefits and everything on the 18th. And
they still said that you were a part of it until later.
No. Reverse, which was what really confused me. They issued my ROE for the 12th. So they had said I basically went on a leave earlier than I did, which meant I got more money. Which was really confusing, because I issued my ROE on the I issued my EI on the 18th, and then my ROE would have started the following week, because that was the last week that I made money working at the company. But then they issued my ROE for the 12th, so they never got my first week of report, because when I did my first week and then they got my ROE later, which showed that I missed a week. So that's why I didn't get my money. So I talked to them on the phone, and I was like, so how do we do that? How do I report for a week that was like a month ago? And she said, well, just do it now over the phone. So I was like, oh, okay. So now that I have an extra reported week in, I'm going to get an extra week of pay. So it's really confusing because it was like, oh, that was oddly generous, but I don't think it was meant to be. So, but anyways, so they said I will get my money within 2 to 3 business days, no later than Friday. But it could come anytime between that phone call and Friday. So, and that phone call was yesterday. So, we shall see. But safe to say, probably not. I'll check my bank account right now.
Money. Makes the world go round.
The answer is no.
What if we did the thing that we did a while ago?
You get both. You get all 4 packs.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do that if you are.
Hell yeah, I'm down. I want to play with my bro.
Okay, well, you say that, and then we're not going to play in the same pods at all.
Nope. I do this knowing full well that is probably what's going to happen. But that is okay.
If you want to do that, yeah, sure, I'd be down to do that.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
You better get yourself down then.
Fuck, you right. Watch, we've talked about all of this, and I'm going to call. I was like, oh yeah, we're full. You're 10th on the waiting list. Oh!
Fucking rip.
What the fuck? There we go. It's like, why is this not connecting? Stream the game, please. I can't.
Is that nerd?
I don't. No, that was Vedant. I don't believe Quantum, our friendly local gaming store, will let me stream my Commander games.
Probably not. I mean, you could ask, but
I could, but I would have to bring in, like, because I could stream from my phone, but I'd have to bring in a tripod, my phone, a microphone, and then I want to hook up a microphone to all 4 people, or at least get the 2 microphones I have pointed at either side of the table. If I'm going to stream it, I want to stream it well, and that requires equipment, and I just don't want to.
You just do it at home.
Yeah. If I'm going to stream it, I'll just do it at home, where it's already kind of like being planned, instead of just springing it on everybody at Quantum. It's like, hey, you guys mind if I stream this? And I pull out my tripod, my phone, my extra microphones, and it's like, oh, this is just a hassle.
And the moment someone says no,
exactly.
Then
It's already a hassle trying to get people to agree to play Plane Chase Commander with me. So
has anybody actually done it?
Not in a while. I've played like 3 Plane Chase games, and everybody else basically just goes, no, Plane Chase is broken. I don't want it. And it's like, okay, fair enough. So
I mean, Plane Chase is broken, but it's fun.
Yeah, it mixes up things a little bit. And now, did you watch the most recent Shuffle Up and Play?
Yes, with the Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
That looks fun. It's Plane Chase, but different. I didn't know that was a thing until I watched that, and I was like, oh, that looks fun. Problem, I need to go buy a bunch of artifacts and curses to make a Treasure Choose deck. And if I want it to be really fun, I need to spend a lot of money on some of those artifacts, like the swords and mana crypt and shit. So it's ugh.
Yep.
So it's like, it looks really, really fun, but to make it fun, I'd have to spend a lot of money. But
you could just do like a pauper version.
Yeah.
But then again, it wouldn't be as exciting.
It wouldn't be as exciting, but I can put basic things like Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, Wayfarer's Bauble, and a couple of like uncommons and like cheapo curses in there. But nobody will get the excitement of flipping like a mana crypt or
a Sword of Hearth and Home.
Yeah, a Sword of Hearth and Home, a Sword of Feast and Famine, those kinds of like baller artifacts. Unless I took them out of my decks, but I'm not going to do that. So.
No, fuck no. They're in there for a reason.
Exactly. So, but down the line, that looks like a lot of fun, making a Treasure Cruise deck for Commander.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe people would be more acceptable of that than Plane Chase, but who knows?
I'm absolutely willing to try it. And I get cursed 13 times in a row.
Correct. No artifacts, only curses.
No treasure, only curses.
Correct.
But yeah, I did watch it, and it was good. I do watch those, and I think I've watched every one
Nice.
so far.
Even the ones that are not about
It's high
Commander?
quality. No, I don't watch the non-Commander ones.
Ah.
I probably
surprised.
should,
I was a bit
it's
surprised
probably-
there for a second. I was like, oh, interesting.
No, I mainly watch Commander content.
That's fair.
Because I don't know the metas and shit of like modern and whatnot. Like I don't
Me-
know like, oh, this card's nuts, or
Yeah, me either. You asked me about all the other things, and I'm like, Ragavan is busted in Modern, and that is the extent of my knowledge.
true. I haven't pulled a monkey yet.
Me either.
Pepe hands. I still need to get myself a Mirkwood Bats.
I need to get myself anything from Lord of the Rings, but that requires, wait for it,
Money.
money.
I didn't know if you were waiting for me to say it or not.
I was waiting for you.
Hey. It's like he knows me or something. And my tendencies.
Watch, I'm going to get my EI payment right before going to Commander, and it's like, oh, I'm paying for my Commander, I'm buying a box of Lord of the Rings, we're living good tonight.
Would you get a box or a collector box?
If anybody could, they'd buy a collector box, of course. 'Cause that's where the fucking serialized soul rings are, and where the potential one ring is.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the one ring is a card that anybody can get, but like the one of one ring.
I think last Sunday they only had 2 packs left.
2 packs or 2
Commander.
boxes?
2 packs because I bought 2 out of one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a marketing
Yeah, they-
strategy, and it works.
It was more of the
It's a Willy Wonka chocolate golden ticket.
well that, but there's also they have a promotion where you buy.
Oh right, if you buy $100 or
100,
more, you're
yeah.
entered for a complete edition
complete
bundle.
bundle.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, oh, I'd fucking love to
And
get
it
in that draft.
And it was coincidentally 2 packs for about $100.
Oh, so you're entered.
Yes.
Wait, those 2 collector packs is $100?
Yeah, they're like $52. It's
Holy
insane.
fuck!
It is absolutely insane, and that's the same reason they're not doing Lord of the Rings boosters for
Well,
Commander.
yeah, well that makes sense because they didn't do that for the Commander Legends either because it's only the standard packs that they do for Commander.
Commander Legends isn't out yet. Or
No,
Commander Masters.
That's
sorry.
Commander Masters, yeah, but like the any supplemental sets that's not part of standard, they don't give out packs for. They only ever give out packs at Commander for the current standard set. So I didn't expect they were going to be doing the Lord of the Rings packs to begin with.
I asked about it, and then they were like, "No, it's way too expensive," and I was like, "Fair."
Yeah, damn, I didn't know they were that much per pack. Fuck.
Yeah, it's insane. That's why I was like, "No, this is like the only one I'm doing."
I expected they were going to be like the standard $35 per pack for collectors.
Bitch, you wish.
I do wish. Damn, well, I can throw out any idea of ever buying a box for it out of my mind. God damn.
Probably.
Fuck, that's insane.
Yeah, they've put that golden ticket in there, and it's working.
Yep.
It's doing its magic.
I wonder how much the quote-unquote special edition packs will be then that don't have any serialized cards. I'm hoping they're not going to be as much because there's no serialized cards.
Well, they shouldn't be because there's no one of one. There's no
one
soul
of-
rings.
Yeah, there's no soul rings, there's no serialized, and there's no one of one. But we're getting a new art treatment for some cards,
That's not
to
enough.
replace for that. Correct. It's not enough to call it special edition, but it is what it is. But hey, if it's cheaper than currently, then cool. If it's not, and if it's the same price, that's garbo.
There's no way it's not cheaper.
I guess we'll see when it comes out in a couple months.
Couple months? Yeah, there's no way. The one of one will be found by then.
I guess we'll see. That's like I was saying. It will be found immediately within a month, or it won't be found for like 6 months. That's my guess.
I wonder if the bounties will get higher or lower.
I don't know. I think the bounties will get higher. The longer the search goes on, the bounty will get higher.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Until a certain point is met, I think for now the bounty is going to continue to get higher the longer the search goes on, because it becomes more and more rare the longer it takes to find it, thus increasing its potential price. But I do think at a certain point,
It'll break.
This is like, if it doesn't get found for years, like untold years, then I think it will reach a certain point where it's like, it probably has already been found, and whoever has it either A, doesn't know what they have, or two,
Which is entirely possible.
possible, or two, they know exactly what they have, but they don't want to publicize that they have it.
Both of which are, like, valid.
Yeah. And I think because of that, then there'll still be some high places out there that people will be like, if I do find this, I will pay this much for it. But I think, like, the ravenous search for it eventually will die down as new sets come out and new hype for different things comes out over and over and over, and then it will just be like this untold mystery item that's still somewhere out in the world that like only speaks about in legends in the back rooms of like friendly local gaming stores here and there, and it'll just kind of like become that kind of thing. So I think the price will eventually peak, but if it's not found within a couple of years, there'll still be high baller prices out there, but there won't be the fervent chaos to look for it anymore.
The problem with that is that there's only a certain amount of collector boosters printed.
Correct.
So it'll eventually get found.
And that's why I'm saying is like, even if it does get found within that time frame, it's entirely possible someone pulls it and doesn't know what it is, so they don't talk about it and they just shelve it in their closet and like, oh, that was a cool card, and they just forget about it. Or someone does find it and they go, I don't want to publicize that I have it. So
Honestly, for me, I think it would be something that's way too expensive to hold on to.
Well,
And it would put a target on my back.
Well, you already said if you bought it, you were going to go buy a house for you and Ashy. So
Essentially, yes. But I would also want to get rid of it because I wouldn't want to be a target.
but that's fair. Do you think you'd be attacked for it?
People done shit for less.
True. I don't know. I think
I wouldn't say that would absolutely happen, but I'd get rid of it on the off chance.
See,
You know?
that's fair. I think I mentioned this as well. Initially, I was like, I would sell it because $1 million, absolutely. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Actually, because of content creation and influencer marketing and free media, I think I would hold on to it because it would draw attention to my channels and it would work twofold for me. It would increase my name, it would increase my channels, it would increase my popularity, thus increasing monetization, more views, and all that kind of stuff. And then being known for the guy with the one ring. And then in the event I do need money, I will have offers all the time that I could then sell for way later after everybody already knows that I have it. So I think I'd make it work for me twofold. If I do want to sell it, eventually sell it. But I don't even know if I would do that. Because I think the earned media of just the world knowing that you have it is so much more. Because you will long-term get so many more eyeballs on you for just the knowledge that you have it.
And for you, that's good. For me, that's terrifying.
True. Very true.
So that's why I would prefer to yeet.
Yep.
I would take it and run. I will let somebody else handle that bomb. Hey, Tor, what would you do? How much would you give me?
Well, considering I'm on EI and I haven't even got my EI, you can have advantage for the rest of your D&D games forever. You always roll advantage. Even when you get disadvantage, you roll with advantage. That's what I offer you. And a Snickers.
I go to a different game. My other DM said I could have advantage forever.
Let me get him on the phone. He'll tell you.
No, I didn't.
Don't you know
Say
who
what?
I am? I'm the guy who
I
sold the One Ring. I
didn't.
get advantage forever.
Ashley said no.
Hell, I give you disadvantages just from dating me.
Bruh. No.
Damn. Truth. C4.
Have you learned your lesson yet? No. Of course, these are all pipe dreams, because there's no way that you and I are going to pull it.
Correct. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning than pulling the One Ring. Also, there's no
Yep.
chance I'll ever pull it because I'm never going to be able to buy a pack of it.
Mm-hmm. And the worst part is, like, the rest of the set, I just don't give a shit about.
Which is awful because I love the whole set.
I mean, like, sure, there's some cool shit in it, but it's like, at the same time, it's just like, none of it I can really use.
Bullshit. Orcish Bowmasters, you can use. The
Not
Mirkwood
really.
Bats, you can use.
Mirkwood Bats, yes.
Spiteful Banditry, you can use.
And I'm using it.
Gandalf, the one of them, you can use.
Not really.
What do you mean, not really? All instants and sorceries in your graveyard can be cast at flashback cost or something like that?
What deck could that go in?
I don't know, a deck. Build one.
Build one. Build one, coward.
Yeah, build it and they will come. Build the deck and Gandalf will come. On the 5th light of the 4th day, at dawn look to the east.
Spurt. Because you're about to say Urabras, and you're like, wait, it's not red.
Yeah, I believe it's Is It. The one I'm thinking of. I can't remember. I
mean, if it's Is
just
It,
remembered
then
there was a Gandalf
Magnus.
card that had incredible synergy with sorceries and instances in your graveyard.
Alas, I don't have a deck that can really use that right now.
Rebuild Mizzet.
Nah. I never got that deck to work.
That's because
The
you
way
didn't
I
have
wanted it.
Gandalf in it.
Fair enough. Still chapped that we didn't get a full Warhammer set.
Yeah. Oh well.
I wanted to have Shadow Sun. Give me the waifu. But they were too cowardly. They couldn't give that much power. Cowards. I hate you. I don't even know who that guy is.
I don't even know what you're referencing.
It's like that one guy that's like, it make all the frogs gay.
Fuck.
I got Ashley with that.
I can hear her in the background. Alex Jones, that's his name.
Yeah. Well, is that the same guy that makes that same voice clip? Or am I just, like, mixing shit?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that make the frickin' frogs gay!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Alex
It's that
Jones.
one, but then it's like, you communists, I hate you.
I don't know
something
that
like
one,
that.
but probably. You
It
communists!
sounds
I
like-
hate you! It sounds like him. Yeah. Eevee. They're putting chemicals in the water!
That guy is a certified, terrifying force of media.
Correct. He's also a giant dumbass.
Absolutely.
Have you heard about the stupid shit he did on trial currently?
Oh, lay it on me.
So one of his biggest fucking notoriety claim of fames is that he kept on mentioning that a bunch of school shootings were inside jobs.
Oh.
Oh yeah. This man's full fucking conspiracy theory
stop.
wacko mode. You thought
Full
chemicals in the
stop.
water that turn the frogs gay was bad. This man's full insane wacko mode. So he kept on talking about a bunch of school shootings and everything, and eventually a bunch of survivor kids and such took him to court, being like, "You are spreading propaganda and misinformation."
Propaganda?
Whatever. We all know what we're talking about. And like you knowingly are doing this. Like you yourself do not believe this, so you are knowingly spreading like false information and lies. And they took him to court and everything. And the man, the dumbass.
He doubled down on it, didn't he?
He doubled down, but on top of that, I don't know how this happened, but he hired the worst defense attorney in history, because what happened was the defending attorney has to share certain information. What?
Daydream just comes in with
I see
a
that.
frog and gay emoji. Frog and pride. Lovely. Sorry, continue.
So it's okay. So part of the trial process is that certain information and certain files have to be shared between the defendant and the what's the other side? Then the prosecutor. They have to share certain files with each other that are fully accessible by both.
Mm-hmm.
So the prosecutor asked the defendant for certain files, asked the defending lawyer for certain files and everything. So they got, and the lawyer sent all the files over, and then in court, the accuser goes over and says, "Do you have any knowledge of you sending any messages talking about how you know these claims are fake and this is just like propaganda and media?" And the dude and Mr. goes, "No, absolutely not. I fully believe everything that I'm saying, and you are trying to spread lies." Like, he's doubling down on this, and he goes like, "Okay, so you're telling me right now you've never ever admitted to anyone that you know you are in the wrong and you know what you're doing is wrong and it's just for promotion and money and to spread mass panic and all that stuff?" And he said, "Correct. I would never do that. I only speak the truth to the American people." So he said, "Okay, look at slide like 47. Can you tell me what that slide is?" And he looked at it. What was it? Text messages saying exactly that to his lawyer. And why did that happen? Why did he have that? Because the defendant sent everything, not just the files that were asked of them that was absolutely mandatory for the accused thing to have. They sent the whole fucking server. Every single file that they had got sent over. They basically requested like a 2 gigabyte PDF and they got a 57 terabyte monster. And the worst part is that the defendant figured out that they fucked up and sent this to them, and within like 2 hours after sending it, requested for it back. And the accuser said no.
Mm-hmm.
The man looked like such an abominable dumbass. On...
I mean, he is.
Yeah, but it was so incredible. They set him up on that pillar so high that when they were able to knock it down, it fell so far.
Good. He deserves it.
Yep. So that's more of like a dumbass moment on his defending lawyer than him, but it was just like, wow, guys. Like, if you're gonna double down, if you're really gonna like hold to your guns, you gotta make sure your defense is stalwart. And at that moment, it was like, oh yeah, here's the back door into our room. This is where we hide all the skeletons in our closet. This is the entrance to the basement where we hide all the bodies. Like, everything, and they just gave it to them freely. And then after they already downloaded everything from the file, they then went, "Oh, hey, can we actually have that back?" And they went, "Nope. See you in court."
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
Makes you wonder if the his defense was an inside job.
it almost makes you wonder that. It almost makes you wonder that. So, yep,
Wouldn't that be ironic?
That was wild when that happened. There's a clip of it on YouTube as well, of it happening, and you just have to sit there in awe, and just in absolute awe watching this unfold like, oh my god.
That guy is...
you can watch
dumb.
all the energy, the blood, and everything just drain from his face when the text messages are
Good.
put on screen. Like, these are your text messages, right? And he looks over them, and he's like, well, yeah, it's, oh my god, it's done. No further questions.
K.O.
Yeah, that was insane. Anyways, hi Rannick, how you doing? All right, I've got a little more than half an hour. I'm gonna rip through one more Legionnaire, and that will be it for me.
Fair enough.
So,
How long does your flight stuff go?
usually 2.5 hours. Let me see what we got today. I'm scheduled from 1 to 3:45, so 2 hours 45 minutes.
All right, you'll have plenty of time.
So I should be done by 4. Oh fuck! I gotta call Lamal.
Just escort them.
I could do that, but calling is faster.
Okay. He's got him on speed dial.
I do.
Quantum Games.
Hi Al, it's Torsten calling.
Hey,
Is there any room for both rounds of Commander tonight by chance?
I'm pretty sure there is. I'll put your name in.
Wicked. Thank you so much, Al. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Poggers, I'm in.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get a call in 5 minutes from Al. Oh, sorry, we're full for both rounds. It's like, fuck!
So far, my biggest pull from March of the Machine has been that Jin, the Halo Foil Jin.
Yeah. I don't know what my
But
biggest, I don't know what my biggest pull from March of the Machine was. I only ever got the pre-release pack, and then a couple of packs from like early Commanders, and then I stopped going.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of it.
The one before, I got a OG Shieldred.
All right, yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's pretty pog.
I wish I got an Apocalypse, but you know.
I mean, OG Shieldred is still good.
Yeah. It's just so expensive.
What, Apocalypse Shieldred? Oh
No.
no, OG Shieldred. Yeah, she's like fucking
Yeah.
7
8
mana,
mana.
8 mana. Yeah. She's
a little,
6 2. She's 2 black and 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I only have one of her as well. No, that's not true. I have 2. I have the alternative art pre-release, and then I have a regular version. The alternative art pre-release is in Atraxa, and then the regular version is in Sephiroth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How I am? Way too warm and just got back from a brief stint at work. Fun times. I do have a question for you, though. What do you imagine, how did Gazgul react when he saw Yarick's grave?
I don't know if he actually did.
That's the thing. I don't think Gazgul has seen Yarick's grave. 'Cause I talked about this on a couple streams ago. I'm personally of the mindset Yarick is not dead. I think Yarick is getting a model refresh, and he's going to come back, and the Imperium is pulling a sneaky one on Gazgul. Because Gazgul's whole thing is that he loves fighting Yarick. Because Yarick is a strong one. He's a good Krumpen man. So I believe
Good
that
fight.
he is a good fight. He knows how to fight. So I think my running idea is that the Imperium puts out a statement. They pick a random skull because the Imperium has no shortage of skulls. They affix it with a commissar hat and an eye into the skull frame, and they say this is the dead body of Yarick. He fought well, but now he is at peace. And they spread it like propaganda, hoping it reaches the far wides of the universe, hoping Gazkul sees it. And then Gazkul will stop and go away. And while they do that, they can then send a force with Yarick and sneakily catch Gazkul off guard and finally kill Gazkul once and for all. That's what I think the Imperium is doing. Games Workshop, I think they're getting, Yarick is getting a brand new model because his current model, well, quote-unquote current model, it's no longer for sale. But the model he did have was a very old model, and Yarick is a very big deal, so I think they've pulled his old model off the store, and he's going to get a model refresh sometime during 10th, because Yarick is such a massive name, there's no chance they don't bring him back. For a perfect example, Tycho got 2 data sheets in the Blood Angels data index cards, and Tycho's model hasn't been available for years. But they made 2 data sheets for him when you're either playing Tycho regular or Tycho the Lost. And Tycho hasn't been available from the store for years. So I'm firmly of the mindset, Yarick is not dead. Games Workshop is just doing a refresh of his model, and they're implementing it into the lore currently by making him seem dead. The Imperium is pulling a fast one on Gazkul, and sometime down the road during 10th edition, he's going to get a new box release. He's going to come out with a brand new refreshed model and a data card, and lore-wise, they're going to surprise Gazkul with an onslaught from Yarick and try and kill Gazkul once and for all. And maybe they do, and then guess what's going to happen? Gazkul is going to get sewed back together to a new body, because that's just what happens. So, to answer your question, how do I imagine Gazkul reacting when he saw Yarick's grave? He hasn't seen Yarick's grave because there is no grave for Yarick, and Gazkul probably just hears about Yarick being dead and goes,
"Oh, well, no more crumping then. I guess we gotta go find another world to crump on, and a new Marine to fight. Let's go, boys."
I'm pretty sure he got pissed off at Angron.
Also true. So
I'm pretty sure that's canon.
Yeah. So that's what I think is happening. Yarick's going to get a new model sometime in 10th with a new data card, because there's no way they take away such an important character.
It's Gazkul with the iron chair.
Oh, yeah. There's no way they take such an important character away who is beloved by many when they give Tycho 2 data cards, so you can play him as Tycho the regular and Tycho the Lost. And he hasn't been available in the Games Workshop store for literal years. So it just doesn't make sense. When I saw the question, my thought was, no, I'm crumping to get who did this. Nah. They didn't even say...
Yeah, they blame Angron.
Yeah. No. Also, considering there was no story of Yarick's death, they just went, oh yeah, Yarick died. Here's a picture of his skull. He was a good man. Long may he rest. It's just, no. It's fishy. Yarick's coming back with a new refreshed model sometime during 10th.
I'm not dismissing what you're saying, but it sounds like you're a conspiracy theorist.
Eh.
Listen, I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that make the frickin' frogs gay.
No. That's what I say.
Alright, I think I'm gonna wash this down and that'll be that for today. I'm just gonna grab my Nuln Oil. The classic. Dr. Paint.
Good old reliable.
So now that you've gone to Commander, who are you gonna play?
Probably whoever's in my pod.
Your Commander deck, you know. Numbskull.
I don't know.
I wish they gave us an orc deck.
They did.
Well,
They gave
no.
orcs secret layers.
Yeah, secret layers aren't the same. You know this.
Yeah, that'd have been too fun.
Like, come on, wouldn't you want a Gazgul card?
They made a Gazgul card.
That's a reprint of another card.
Yes, but it was Gazgul.
Mm-hmm. What did they make him as?
I can't remember who he was a reprint of. It was some commander of some kind. I believe he was red, blue, green. I can't remember who though.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
I have no idea.
Oh, I know who he was. He was fucking Swarmlord.
Yeah, imagine they print Swarmlord and then they reprint Swarmlord in a secret layer the same month, but as Gazgul. I'd be amazed. I'd be like, wow, guys.
The cojones.
It kind of works. Like, the ability makes sense. Yeah. Gazgul keeps coming back, and every time he came back, he was stronger. So, it does make sense, but, like, no. Come on. A valid hypothesis, but it comes off as a bit docile for one such as Gazgul. I think him going on a Crusade is more likely. True.
Yep.
But where is he going to go? He only ever went towards where Yarick was because Yarick gave up a good fight. Yarick made a good Crumpin. So where would he go? I think he's just going to go wandering off looking for a better fight somewhere else. I don't think he's going to have like a one-track mind of where to go. I think he's just going to go searching aimlessly. And during that aimless searching, that's when the new Yarick model is going to come out with a squad of like Ademptus Scions and just fucking try and obliterate Gazgul when he's caught off guard. And then Gazgul will be absolutely amazed. He'll be like, yes! A good fight! And it will be like a big thing. So. And then the orcs will fear Yarick even more because he cheated death.
Cheated Gork and Mork.
Yeah, he cheated both Gork and Mork. And then they will be even more afraid of Yarick, and Yarick will become even stronger. Everybody wins. Oh, I shouldn't
Until
have glued.
Chaos comes around.
I shouldn't have glued his feet. Fuck. Oh well. Well, here we are.
What you doing, mate?
I hadn't fully built the model yet, and I just started absent-mindedly putting glue on his feet, so... He's being glued to the base before he's glued everywhere else. It's fine. Nothing else interacts with the base. So, I would reckon he is starting the orc equivalent of the Great Crusade in his search of whoever supposedly crumped Yarick.
Who does old age get?
Where, but, yeah,
Who is the git named Old Age? I ought to find him.
I don't
Not
know.
to toot my own horn, but that was actually a really good one.
That was pretty good, yeah. I don't think so. Because, again, Gazgul is not only going for fights all the time. Because, remember, Gazgul let Yarick go. Yarick broke free on Gazgul's ship and led a coup all the way up to the command deck of Gazgul's ship. And Gazgul told his orcs to stand down and let Yarick go freely. And they did. So
Oh yeah, because he's the biggest orc.
Yes, exactly. But that's the thing. Is like, Gazgul had the chance for a good Crumpin right then and there and decided, nah, we'll do this later. And that's why I'm like, I don't think he's going to go after looking for it. I think he's going to be like, no. And he's kind of going into like a sad stupor.
I do.
I find the dynamic between the two downright hilarious.
And then there's the
Indeed.
back.
It's part of the charm.
What?
You gonna do that later?
Well, listen. Look where it sits.
Uh-huh. But what if it falls off?
Then I cry.
Ah, I see.
Crying is
Sorry.
a free action.
Torsten said crying is a free action. I don't think she heard.
That's okay.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, that's okay. Radek just said, I find the dynamic between the two downright hilarious. And I just agreed.
True.
And that's what makes their story so fun. Is because they are very much the equivalent yin and yang. And it's fun to watch the two back and forth. And that's why that's the other part. It's a gold mine of story content for GW. They wouldn't get rid of that.
They killed Caiaphas Cain. But no, there's a new book, I guess. But,
Exactly.
but he is dead canonically in modern 40k.
Yes, but he also never had a model.
Nope. Which is a shame. I would have loved a Caiaphas Cain model.
Yeah. I mean, just find one on a Patreon.
Oh, they exist.
Yeah, just run him as a commissar.
He is a commissar.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just use commissar stats, like a regular commissar data sheet.
But he also has a bonus to running away.
Correct.
he
can
gains movement when going away from enemy models.
Yeah. You can freely disengage from close combat without suffering any penalties from leaving, and you also get to roll a d6 and add that many inches to your move roll. Only when leaving
True.
engagement range.
Yep. That sounds good. Fucking love Kane.
How is this arm? Oh, it goes down. Gotcha. Crying a free action? Yes, but it imparts disadvantage on physical saves for the next turn.
I still have to say my favorite books have been the Necron ones.
That's because you're a Necron shill. Now I can't say my favorite books
True.
have been the Night Lord ones because I'm a Night Lord shill, but it's true though.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no Blood Ravens books. Fuck. Only video games.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have the video games, and that's all you get.
Yeah.
Good taste, sir.
But the only good one is the first one. The second one, and the third one, whoa.
Ugh. I guess you did get the third one, huh?
I did. I think I played an hour of it and then uninstalled it.
Oof.
Which is such a shame because it has a lot of great shit going for it. Like, you can make Titans and you can field Titans and it's dope. But there's just other aspects about it. It's just like, ugh.
They were trying too hard and missed the mark.
Well, there were certain aspects about it that I just remember being very tedious and annoying to deal with. And then the base building, they brought it back, but it's nowhere near the same as OG 40K. And there's
Dawn
just...
of War.
Or, sorry, OG Dawn of War.
40K don't have no base building.
Yeah. No, that's not true. Chaos has a Noctilith crown. That's a building.
That's a fortification, is not base building.
Orcs
A
have...
singular fortification
Orcs
is not
have the
a
mech
base
shop.
build make.
Orcs have the mech shop, which is many different pieces.
It
I
still
got you
doesn't
there.
It still doesn't make it a base building game.
You build the mech shop base.
No, it is a fortification, and a singular fortification does not a base make.
Well, fuck you. Alright, that's it for me. I built a greater possessed, quote unquote, regular possessed, and 3 legionnaires.
Job well done.
Poggers. I would continue, but unfortunately I gotta leave in 20 minutes to go flying. So.
And I'm also done with my coats today for today.
Nice.
Yeah. I could continue a little bit more, but I'm not sure what point I'm actually at. I think I'm at blue. So he's almost done.
You're following
I
a
also need-
step-by-step guide. I'm just fucking wing it.
No, this is me winging it. There is no step-to-step guide.
Well, I thought you had like you made your own little step-to-step guide in the app.
Nope.
Oh.
Certainly don't.
Then what steps are you following? Are you talking about?
The one that I feel is the correct one for the day.
Oh, okay.
The one that is like, yes, I think this is what I should be doing.
Gotcha.
There is no rhyme or reason to it. It's just whatever it looks like I need to do next.
Rannick says, my favorite 40k books? That's a toss-up between Eisenhorn/Ravendar and the Gaunt's Ghost series.
I do want to read the Gaunt's Ghost series because I've heard it's really good.
It sounds intriguing. It's not enough for me to read, though. I've never been huge into Imperial Guard. They're cool, but like, It's okay.
I just like Kane because it's funny.
That's fair. Kane is a standout choice, but overall guard stuff to me is just meh. That doesn't super intrigue me. And then the Eisenhorn stuff, that would probably be a little bit more interesting to me, but I also haven't had like a huge interest in doing it. It's kind of been like, oh yeah, someday maybe, but who knows. Rannick also says that sounds a bit ironic about wingless winging it. Lamau. Heh. Oh, Gaunt's Ghosts are hilarious on some occasions. Yeah, I know they got a couple funny dudes like
Try again, Bragg.
that. Yeah, try again, Bragg. Bragg was his name. Yeah, try again, Bragg. Where he used to have rules that if he missed his shots, you could re-roll all failed to hits or something like that.
Yeah, until he hit.
Yeah, you could
once.
continue to re-roll
And he hit
failed
on
hits.
fives.
Yeah, he hits on fives, but you always re-rolled all failed to hits. So
Yep.
I wonder what his rules are now with the new data cards.
Probably something similar, honestly.
Or Olarks. I don't know who Olarks is.
Is that a sniper?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, that doesn't sound right.
So, all right, chat. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys chilling and dilling and being villains. Yes, Olarks is the sniper according to Rannick.
Hey, I got it right.
All right, chat. You have yourselves a good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, whatever it is for you. If you enjoyed the stream, tell your friends. If you didn't, you tell me. And I will see you guys tomorrow sometime where we'll probably just continue with these Legionnaires and just get this start collecting box of Legionnaires fully built up and done with. And then my stream tomorrow is going to be later in the afternoon. I have flight lesson at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And it's for my student pilot. What the hell is it? SPP, my student private pilot. It's the thing I need before I get my full license, so I have to do that test. So, but anyways, so I don't know what time you're streaming tomorrow, but I will not be able to stream in the morning. It'll have to be sometime in the afternoon.
Let me check. Hey, love, are you closing tomorrow?
Yes.
Later.
Okay, so we're both doing in the afternoon then, sometime tomorrow.
Cool.
It's just, no, that's what I'm just
He's talking to girl. We'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Closing today and tomorrow, and then I have Saturday off. But then I also have the live stream with Sweet Naps.
Right. I'll do that at a different time. So I might have to skip that day.
As in tomorrow, you mean?
Saturday?
Yeah.
I might have to skip Saturday because she's part of the live stream.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. I might just do it before, but I'm
Okay,
not
no
sure when
worries.
that's happening.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be later as well.
Okay, so you want to just chat tomorrow sometime? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be sometime in the afternoon for us tomorrow, chat.
Indeed.
All right. Have yourselves a good one. If you enjoyed the stream, tell your friends. If you didn't, you tell me, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Skull! Ah!